Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal, and we're here to welcome Leandro Trossard. So let me get as many comments as we can in the chat. Welcome to Arsenal, Trossard. Let's welcome our new player. This was very quickly done. This literally took like 24 hours to get everything done, and he is already an Arsenal player. He has taken part in his first Arsenal training session today. No wasting time. Straight into it. We have a title to win. There's no wasting time. You need to get working. We have a big game this weekend as well. So, question of the day I've asked on both YouTube and Facebook as well. Should Trossard start against Manchester United this weekend? Do you think we should keep the same team, keep Nketiah, Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard, and then have Trossard coming from the bench? Or do you think Trossard should be starting right away? What do you reckon? How do you feel about this one? Start him right away or have him on the bench for the first couple of games, and let's stick with the same team? Let me know. So Arsenal have announced him today, or last few hours. And here's what the article says. The 28-year-old winger was a member of the Belgian squad at the recent World Cup 2022. Leandro started his career in the youth academy at Genk in 2010 before quickly developing into the first team squad. During his time with Genk, where he made 120 appearances, Leandro enjoyed successful loan spells with Lommel United, Westerlo, and OH11 in the early development stages of his career. In June 2019, Leandro signed for Brighton and was an integral part of the team, using his time with the Seagulls, making 121 appearances. Leandro has scored 7 goals from his 16 Premier League appearances this season, including a hat-trick against Liverpool at Anfield in October. Later the same month, Leandro scored the 100th goal of his club career at Manchester City in the Premier League. According to Edu, we are delighted to have completed the signing of Leandro Trossard. We have a clear plan and strategy for our direction. It's been a great team effort in bringing Leandro to the club. So let me make this a bit bigger. Manager Mikel Arteta said it is good work from everyone at the club to complete the signing of Leandro. He's a versatile player with high technical ability, intelligence, and a great deal of experience in the Premier League and at international level. Leandro strengthens our squad as we head into the second part of the season, and we are all looking forward to working with him. We welcome Leandro and his family to Arsenal Football Clubs. All documents have been submitted, and we are hoping Leandro will be eligible for selection for our match against Manchester United on Sunday. Leandro Trossard will wear the number 19. That is Pepe's number. That clearly shows that Pepe will not be an Arsenal player any longer. But Trossard, that is a done deal straight away. He has been training with Arsenal. Things you love to see. That is what Edu and Arteta had to say about him. And keep letting me know if you'd start Trossard this weekend. He has been, this was some of the photos from today, him and Edu and Arteta getting the business done nice and early. You love to see it right before the Man United game. That just basically builds our confidence up even more. Yes, I'll still have been confident even if you had to go to the Man United game without Trossard, but that literally that doubles my confidence, like having Trossard in that team on the bench, or if he starts whichever. Really, really good to have him at Arsenal. And as I said, no wasting time at all. Straight into training. We'll see the pictures later. But some of you asked which number he will be wearing. He will be wearing the number 19. That is the number that Nicolas Pepe used to wear. Nicolas Pepe is still on loan, so I don't know if he'll be coming back next season. I don't think Pepe will be coming back. And I think even if I was to ask you guys, probably 70% of you would say you don't want Pepe to come back. But yeah, he will be wearing the number 19. I would expect him to feature a lot on the left side, but it could be anywhere really. I don't mind where he fits. He fits in anywhere basically, next to Odegaard, on Saka's position, in Martinelli's position. Even if you switch formation, he can even play as a false 9, whichever. But we've completed that deal today. We also seen him in training today. No wasting time at all. Straight into training. Things you love to see. That is, as I said, I don't think he will need too much time to settle in. He's already living in England. And number 2, Brighton's playing style and Arsenal's playing style is not too different. It's not like moving from Burnley to Man City where you're used to set pieces and you're moving to a team who want to keep possession 90% of the game. No, this is almost the same. Brighton also dominates possession. They love scoring goals just like Arsenal as well. So that is good to see. So let me see what you guys are saying. Nelly says, I want Man United to suffer. Absolutely, I do agree with that. But let me get as many welcome to Arsenal Trossard messages in the chat as possible. Why not? We need him maybe come from the bench, says Monday. Alex says it's not possible. He's going to come in late in the game. Should come off the bench, says Brighton. He has to start, says Calendar. Is he going to play Man United? He will be there, Vincent. So would you start him or would you have him on the bench? From the bench, says Victor. Smart move, says Casenas. Bench for Manchester United, says Lee. Bring him in the 65th minute and he scores his first 2 goals against Man United. They'll not be ready for that, I'm telling you. You deal with Saka, Martinelli, Ketty and Odegaard, and then boom, Trossard and Smith Rowe in to complete the 4-0 victory. I cannot wait. Coming off the bench because Trossard coming is good because he's a proven EPL player, says Jata. You're very welcome to the club, says Joseph. Let's see. Have him on the bench and bring him immediately at halftime, says Jata. At halftime? For who, though? I don't think you can really sub off Martinelli and Saka at halftime. I do agree with the earlier comment from Babu O saying 65th minute there. That is the perfect time to bring him in. At least we don't have to totally depend on Martinelli and Saka for the entire game. Like, even when Saka is having kind of an off day and Martinelli is being marked out like against Newcastle a few weeks ago, we had to play them for 90 minutes because we didn't have anyone on the bench. But now, like, if one of them doesn't play well, you can even actually sub them off at halftime. As Jata says, if one of them doesn't play well, you have someone else on the bench. We should keep the same team, says Osama. Let him start from the bench, says James. From the bench as well, says Reyes. So many of you agree that he should be coming from the bench later on to just totally finish Man United off. Sunday says let him start from the bench to come in as a dangerous substitute. Let's see. We need him to score a hat-trick against Man United. That would just totally be a dream, Frederick. I'd never shut up about it if that ever happened. The coach must not make any mistake to start him. No, he must use the same team he used with Tottenham, says Ndaba. I agree with that. Come from the bench, says Ramos. This is good. Let him start on the weekend, says Mamo. I guess 20% are saying start him, 80% are saying bring him from the bench. So, but I do agree with bringing him from the bench. I wouldn't change the team at all. I've seen some comments where people just don't like Nketiah and they're like, okay, this is good. Trossard starts, leave Nketiah on the bench. No, Nketiah has played well since Jesus' injury, so he kept the same team. He did very well, especially in the terms of pressurizing Tottenham's defense. That was crazy. He must come in as a super sub, says Diane. I agree with that. Dominic says who's next on the list? Defender from Spezia. That's the one who's next on the list. We're going to probably get him in by tomorrow or something. We are progressing, says Joshua. Welcome to the Arsenal family, says Chris. Let him start from the bench, says Eze. So that is brilliant. Many of you are saying start him from the bench. And what a time to sign him right before a big game like this. United have signed Vegas a week ago or something, and you signed Trossard. I think we're definitely going into this game more confident than them. A player who doesn't need to settle in at all, literally comes in and starts right away. And look at these two guys. Having these two guys on the bench, like they're already training together. Oh, I cannot wait to see Smith Rowe and Trossard coming on from the bench. Like 100% fit Smith Rowe and Trossard from the bench alongside Fabio Vieira and all these guys. This will be stuff of dreams. And I totally love it, man. Like, you don't even get time to start looking for a house or anything. No, you train fast. The game is on Sunday. We have no time to waste. And Trossard actually also put on his Twitter, London is calling, excited to join Arsenal. Here we go. He's pretty happy as well to join Arsenal. Things you'll have to see. I had I don't care about what happened at Brighton, but I had that it kind of fell out to the manager and also Lallana in terms of experienced player. Like, they fell out. They said he wasn't professional in the last few weeks. I don't care about that. Alongside Arteta or under Arteta and playing alongside the likes of Xhaka and everything, if there's any discipline problem, that will be sorted out. No problem. The number 19 is what he's going to wear. Ready to go. Some of you are asking that question yesterday. Number 19. I don't really care which number he wears, but number 19 seems good. That shows me Pepe will not be back at all. But welcome to Arsenal, Leandro Trossard. Really, really happy to have him here, man. Like, I never thought we'd sign a player like this. As I said 1 year ago, on the last transfer window, I was doing a video about which player I want from every single team, and Trossard was the player from Brighton, and he was amongst the top 3 alongside the likes of McGinn from Aston Villa. Villa. So I'm really happy we actually got him in. And he was not even, I don't think he was even a target at the beginning of the transfer because he wasn't really going to leave Brighton. But since they fell out recently, then he became available. Then we got him right away, no wasting time. Let him start, says Paul. Let him observe the team until the next weekend or late 80 minutes of the United game. Says some is like, let's Trossard just watch the game, see how good Arsenal is at football, and see if he can adapt to that as quickly as possible. I think he wouldn't have any problem at all. Even if he started, I don't think you'd have any problem at all playing, settling in at Arsenal right away, because Brighton play attacking football as well. Let him start. Says Bright for who though? Bright, who would you leave on the bench for him? My United will sweat blood, ready for them. 100%. He's really good signing. Welcome to North London. Make us proud. Is Trossard a left? No, he's a right-footed player, Cyprian. But he can use the left foot as well, no problem. Like he scores goals with his left foot as well. So really amazed to have him at Arsenal for sure. And he does add experience as well. I mean, we have so many young players at Arsenal, and having players like Zinchenko around 26, 27, and Trossard 28 around there, that is good because all of the players that we had, experienced players, we got rid of all of them, basically. The likes of Aubameyang, like I said, everyone who was 30 at Arsenal basically left. We only now really have Cedric, who's going to leave, Holding, who is also going to leave, and we don't have many. Thomas Partey is heading to that stage as well, heading to the 30s. So it's good to add a bit more experience as well. Like Trossard has played in the Premier League for more years than the likes of our young players, like the likes of Marquinhos and all these guys, Gabriels. Let him come at the 60th minute. He has experience, but they must gel with others. Martinelli center, Trossard. So Martinelli center, okay, interesting. Will he play against Man United? Yes, he will be available for that one. He is a great Premier League experience. He will be a very great signing for us. Now we need to focus on Thomas Partey replacement. That is what I need us to focus on right now. I think we will get at least one more player. As they said, we're going to get at least 3 players. Now we've now gotten 3 actually, but I think we cannot go without a midfielder. I didn't expect us to get a centre back. We've now gotten 2, sorry. So the midfielder will be the 3rd one, hopefully, after Trossard. And I've still not yet memorized his name 100%, the guy we're about to sell. So allow me to check again. It's a Polish name. It's hard. So his name is Jakub Kior. So, okay. Yeah, I won't forget it again. So that will be our 2nd signing, and then hopefully we can get the 3rd signing ready to go. Trossard is absolutely ready, no doubt. Let him come in the 70 minutes, score his first Arsenal goal. I can easily see that happening, by the way. He needs to come from the bench. I prefer he comes from the bench. So yeah, as much as 85% of you want him to come from the bench, which shows you that our team is actually good. Usually when we sign players, I'm like straight away. I remember when we signed Aubameyang, I was like straight away. Aubameyang starts right away. When you got Alexis Sanchez, start him immediately. When you got Gabriel, start him immediately. When you got Ramsdale, start him immediately. Like every single player that we usually sign, we want them to start immediately. But these days, Arsenal is different. We have such a good team that anyone who joins the team, we are like, okay, have him on the bench first. It is never usually that way with Arsenal. We usually want the player to play immediately. But these days, our team is good enough, our first 11. So even if Messi joins us today, he sits on the bench first and looks at how Saka plays first. It learns a thing or two and then comes on for Saka. Let's see. You're welcome to Arsenal, says Ibrahim. Since he's well conversant with Premier League, he will make it, says John. I'm really happy for the Trossard signing. I am too. Are we going to get Rice? No, I said Rice will not leave West Ham this transfer window. It's definitely not possible. West Ham are not doing well in the Premier League. They're definitely not going to sell him, and it's going to cost you 150 million. He will not leave West Ham, so forget about Rice. We are looking at other midfielders probably. Let's try and get the others that could leave their teams. But for Rice, he wants to be leaving West Ham this winter window. I'm glad to have him in the squad. Yusuf says, how far? How far with what? How far Trossard? Trossard is an Arsenal player already, if that is what you're asking. Can we know about Gabriel Jesus, whether he's going to play again? Gabriel Jesus? No, Gabriel Jesus is out for another 1 month. And even if he was available, he wouldn't really hit the ground running immediately. You'll need to give him 3 or 4 weeks to get back to high pace, like the injury that he's had. That is 2-3 months. It's going to take him a few weeks to get back to speed. Let's see. So that is why having players like Trossard there and players like Nketiah, we need all of them to score goals so that we don't really miss Jesus. So far, we haven't missed Jesus that much. So let's keep it that way. Welcome to the Arsenal family, says Emmanuel. John says the output from training and type of competition league a greater determinants of who is to start ahead of the other among Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. I would like to see the competition. Yeah, 100%. Like if Trossard comes on tomorrow and scores 3 goals, and then he starts against Man City the next weekend and scores another 3 goals, I mean, you start him the very next game as well. So it depends on who plays well, and it also gives time for Martinelli and Saka to rest. But I really don't think Saka is droppable. I think Saka is a must starter. Martinelli, maybe he could be benched for a couple of games for Trossard, but I can't see that happening to Saka. But Martinelli has been great this season as well, apart maybe from the last couple of games. Welcome to the Arsenal fan. He's a good player. Welcome home. Very dangerous in the box, says Solomon, 100%. Let him come from the bench and score his first goal for the club. Trossard plays which position, says Bernard? Left winger mostly, but he can play right winger behind the striker and as a striker as well, false 9. Welcome to the best club in London, says Musa. Musa, I'll correct. Sorry. They don't want me to say it. They are hating on Arsenal. Welcome to the best club in London. No, welcome to the best club in the Premier League. We are we beat Tottenham in the first half. Man City had to wait for the second half yesterday. We had our job done in the first half against Tottenham. We are the best team in the league. We are 5 points clear. Until City pass us, then fine. Anguissa, I think that is the player you're saying, Stanislas. Anguissa was a perfect signing, but Napoli won't release him at the moment. I remember he used to play for Fulham. He's done very well for Napoli. He's one of those players who's really helped Napoli this season. In the midfield with Zielinski as well. They're really doing well. But that is a very good shout, Stanislas. He's a very good player, and he goes forward a lot as well. I think he scored against Liverpool in the Champions League. Quite a good player as well. Alex says, to those who have watched Jakub, how has he compared to Gabriel? He's a very good passer, as from what I've seen, very good passer, very good technically as well. I think he will definitely help in that position, but I will do more research on him for sure. But I think he will be an Arsenal by the time we get to like around Sunday. Do we have any hope of signing another attacker before transfer close? I mean, the defender came from nowhere, so you never know. We could get a striker from nowhere without expecting, but I wouldn't say so. I'd say probably a midfield and a right back is what we are looking for right now. Is Trossard going to play again? Yes. Come on, for the fans. Let him come in the 60th minute when we are beating them by 2. Otherwise, welcome to home of football. James from Kenya, appreciate it. Martinelli's tired. Let him start on the bench. Definitely not against Man United. I think Martinelli has to start. I need him to. They're talking about Wan-Bissaka playing well nowadays. I'm a United fan, so I need him to totally end his career and send him back to the bench. So Martinelli gives you a lot. Welcome to the best, world's best club. Yes, that is even better, Austin. The world's best club. Trossard, you're welcome. Is he going to play my United game? Yes. I don't agree with you guys saying just remove Nketiah for the sake of it. Nketiah has been playing well. I don't think there's a reason of removing him. He hasn't played badly in the last 3-4 games. I think it would totally be unfair, like totally unfair if Trossard just joins and you're like, okay, Nketiah, you're sitting on the bench. We don't care about what you've done the last 4 games. Just sit on the bench. No. We also want to keep a happy camp. Right now, Arsenal, like everyone is very happy at Arsenal. Let's keep it that way. Trossard, we don't want to just reward Trossard with a starting position. No, he also needs to know that he has to fight for a position at Arsenal. It's not straightforward. You just join and you play. No. But he'll definitely come on for sure. And I so love the way Arsenal says Obina. Premier League proven player. No doubt this is a good signing, says Musa. Trossard is just an experienced guy with his age. That's why I like him. He knows much about the EPL without any adaptation. I agree with that. Why wouldn't Arsenal go for Douglas Luiz? I mean, I think we've also kind of moved from that. Like those 6-7 months since we were linked to Douglas Luiz, I feel like we've totally become a different team. Like we're looking at totally different players. But if they want him on loan or anything, a midfield body there, no problem. Martinelli can start because he can give them pressure, says Mohamed. Martinelli is just like totally different. Like it's even I've said the same with Saka, but it's very tough to drop Martinelli as well. That is good. We have a good team, and I agree with everyone who's saying we need to keep the same 11. Thank you, Michael. Alex, how are you, man? Big up, great signing. Alex, I asked you a question last time. How are you feeling these days about Arsenal? The transfer windows, Arteta as well. All those factors that weren't really impressing Arsenal fans the last few years. Welcome to the Great Gunners family. Next, we need a PhD holder in Arsenal in May. We already have Arteta. You're welcome to my club. Very impressive. I'm from Uganda, says Gilbert. So if you're just joining, Trossard joined Arsenal today, or he completed his deal today. He's already been announced as an Arsenal player. He's already signed this contract. He's already training with Arsenal. He's already looking like he's ready to go, 100% ready to go. And he will be available for the Man United game, and he will be wearing the number 19 shirt that Nicolas Pepe used to wear. So things are looking good. This one is completely done. So allow me to talk about a different player now for the last few minutes. So we are still waiting for Jakub Kiwior. I still don't know how to say his name, but that deal is very, very close, as well as if you've watched the other videos, Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Arsenal have completed the signing of Jakub. Here we go. Contracts will be signed soon, or have already been signed, around 27 million euros, 20 million plus add-ons of around 6-7 million. And then the medical will be done in the next 48 hours. Obviously, it won't be available for the Man United game, but it should be available for the next game against Man City in the FA Cup right after that. Some of you are asking what kind of player is Jakub Kiwior? Why are we signing a centre-back? Well, according to experts from the Italian league, Jakub Kiwior has been one of the best young centre-backs in Serie A for a season and a half now, and going to Arsenal is natural progression. Considering how Arsenal play and the sort of footballer Kiwior is, a great move for him and Arsenal. So looks like it's very promising, promising player. So happy with that one as well. If you can get players like that who are going to fit in at Arsenal right away, why not? So that is the second player who's going to join Arsenal. In terms of third player, we've not heard about any midfielders. Hopefully, we don't even have to hear about them, because the moment we hear about them, Chelsea also hear about them and they end up signing them. So they rather just keep it a secret. But the one that we know we want is this right back from Real Valladolid in the La Liga. According to reports, Arsenal have serious interest in Ivan Fresneda. They have joined the race for the Spanish right back, and I've also seen a few comments today. This was like 2 days ago. A few comments today saying that deal is like 80% done. So we are busy, guys. We are busy. Some of you are saying we aren't going to sign any players. No, we are busy. And also Trossard. Do you know all these three players have played for Arsenal? So thank you, Welbeck. Welbeck told Ben White and Trossard to all join Arsenal. That is great, Welbeck. Would you take Welbeck back at Arsenal? No. I mean, Welbeck is never, Welbeck is never, he was not the worst player, but the problem was injuries. I remember he also helped us win an FA Cup as well. So fair play to Welbeck. But yeah, Brighton, we have a very good relationship with Brighton. Looks like it. Hopefully, you can get Mitoma from them soon. Delson says, I'm very excited as an Arsenal fan. Trossard signing for Arsenal. Trossard, welcome home, says Alec. Ayadele says the project is getting more interesting up the Gunners. Yeah, man, I cannot wait to see how our team will look like next season. Like, I cannot wait. James says Nketiah should start to show everyone that he's capable. Yes, for sure. I mean, he's already showed us that. I mean, the West Ham game, he did well. The Tottenham game the other day, he did well. So I have no problem. Even Oxford, he did score like 2 goals against Oxford. Like, he also did well in that one. So he has scored goals, and they're all doing well. Him, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. We are not lacking goals, and now we are adding these guys on top of that. It's just incredible. He is better than Nketiah. Throw him on the pitch, first chance, put Eddie on the bench, says the Watcher. The Watcher is not having it with Nketiah. He does not care about how good Nketiah has done. I mean, it depends on what you're looking at. Like, if you were to ask me, like, who pressures the defenders more. Like Nketiah is going to do better in terms of that. And Nketiah is already an Arsenal player. He already knows what Arsenal is about, like the way we play. So that is why in a big game like this, you just keep it the same. They usually say rule number 2 in football: you never change a winning team, and Arsenal has been winning, so you don't change that. Just have Fresneda to back up party agents in London. When he wins a league title, I will be happy, says Alex. Let's see. I'm really happy for the Arsenal. Great signing. I can't wait to see him playing on Sunday. Now we need one midfielder, someone like Rice. I don't think we'll get Rice, but yes, we need someone like Rice in midfield. Make sure to hit the like button as well if you're wherever you're watching. To welcome Trossard at Arsenal. Thank you for all of you guys watching. I'm excited to hear that you're finally serious signing. Mikhailo Mudryk was a blow. I don't even really care about Mikhailo Mudryk at the moment. Like, he was 100 million. You know, when you sign a player for 100 million, like, I would be praying every single day that player doesn't get injured. I'd want that player to score 2 goals every single day. This is a cheaper route. This is a cheaper route to actually having a person who's already scored 7 goals in the Premier League this season. Oh, I prefer this signing. Good signing for Arsenal, but I prefer starts from the bench, says Taylor. Gabriel as well says the same. We've not heard anything about that one today, King, but you've already signed a winger in Trossard, so I don't think we're going to get another winger. If they get someone like a Diaby this transfer window or a Rice, I'd be very surprised. These guys are like, especially Rice. Rice is like 150 million. You're not going to get him in right now. That is way too much money. Arsenal need 1 or 2 mature attackers on the bench. From Sierra Leone, I appreciate it. Samu. Let's see. A lot of welcomes in the chat for our player. He will fit in easily. Agree that Heskey. Get on him immediately. Nice of Trossard. Welcome to North London. Let's see. Martinelli should start because he's used to MSN, the best MSN in football history. This is the best time for Arsenal to go for Tielemans. Is it Kamara? He's going to be free at the end of the season. So it depends on how much they're asking for. Like, if they were to ask for like 30 million right now. But listen, I'd be very happy if we get Tielemans. But I don't think they will go for him. I think they might go for another midfielder because Tielemans he's free at the end of the season. So we should loan out Lokonga in the summer and bring in reinforcement in the midfield. That's my humble appeal to Edu and Kroenke. I can actually see that happening. I'd not be surprised if that happens. Lokonga and also Marquinhos. And I can't see Pepe coming back at Arsenal. I can't see Pablo Mari coming back as well. Another one is sometimes I forget about this player here. Sometimes I even forget about Maitland-Niles. Like, right now, like, we are so far ahead of even thinking about Maitland-Niles that I even forgot he's an Arsenal player. Like, summer, you sell Maitland-Niles even right now. Marquinhos probably loan deal somewhere 1 year. I think Pablo Mari will be sold. Maybe Balogun will be taken out on another loan deal again. A lot of players we still need to sort out at Arsenal, but things will look even better next season. I think Holding will leave by next season. I think Cedric will leave by next season. We might even end up getting another goalkeeper and Matt Turner leaving. I would not be surprised if that happened too. So let's just wait and see. But let's focus on the January window first. Welcome to Arsenal from Solomon, from Christian as well, Steven, from John as well. We deserve to have Declan Rice on the pitch in the summer. If you're to have Declan Rice right now, we'd definitely win the league, but that's what is not going to happen. There's no one who's going to pay 150 million for Declan Rice right now, especially not Arsenal. The 150 million, we are definitely not going to pay that kind of money. So Rice, we have to wait for the summer. I mean, I think I have an article here about Rice from a couple of days ago. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has given the club the green light to make a bid for Declan Rice in the summer, so not now. After the season ends, we are probably going to make a bid for him, and it's going to be a lot of teams will be in for him. I'm sure Chelsea will come back for him. Maybe even Man City will come in for him as well. So it's not going to be an easy deal. But if we win the title, let's say this season, then you can attract players like that. But we were here to talk about Trossard. So quick recap for those who are joining. Trossard has just completed his Arsenal. We've completed the signing of Trossard today. As the article says on Arsenal.com, Leandro has scored 7 goals in his 16 Premier League games this season, including a hat-trick at Liverpool in Anfield, at Anfield in October. Later the same month, he scored his 100th club goal against Manchester City. And Edu has said, we are delighted to have completed the signing of Leandro Trossard. We have a clear plan and strategy for our direction, and it's been a great team effort in bringing Leandro Trossard to the club. It happened very quickly as well, literally 24 hours and everything is done. And he also goes on to say, Leandro is a player who will give us a high level of quality going forward. I know Mikel and our coaches are excited to start working with him. Welcome, Leandro Trossard. And Mikel Arteta says it is good work from everyone at the club to complete the signing of Leandro. He's a versatile player with high technical ability, intelligence, and a great deal of experience in the Premier League and at international level. Leandro strengthens our squad as we head into the second part of the season, and we are all looking forward to working with him. We welcome Leandro and his family to Arsenal Football Club. Like, it just feels like everything at Arsenal is just working out at the moment. Like, everyone is close to each other. Arteta and Edu are getting along. The fans are loving the players are loving the fans. New players want to join Arsenal. They're settling in very well. All the signings we've made the last 2 years, we are winning games on the pitch. We are performing we're well home and away. We have the best away record in the Premier League this season. We are undefeated at home this season. Like, things are so good, like, for us right now. Everything, man, everything. William says Musa can't backup party. Musa from USA. Is it the Musa who played at the World Cup? I only just watched him at the World Cup. I don't know much about him. If he played at the World Cup, correct me, William. We have been winning, so I change winning charms, so we allow a sub 67th minute. And remember, we allowed 5 subs these days, so you can bring on Smith Rowe, you can bring on Fabio Vera, you can bring in Trossard, you bring on Tomiyasu, and still bring on Tierney. So the 5 subs will help us a lot. Update on Nelson's injury. Actually, not heard anything about him, but maybe he should be back very soon. He should be back very soon. It wasn't a really serious injury, but yeah, that is another player. Like, if you add him to the team as well, you add depth if you're still in the FA Cup Europa League. When he's 100% fit, that would be good. Remember, he had played really well for us for a couple of games before he got injured. See. This is a good signing for Arsenal before we could have waste 90 million for only one player, which could break the club spending record, says King. I do agree with that. But welcome to Arsenal, Leandro Trossard. Keep on welcoming him in the chat. We've done a lot of videos today. In case of any other news, we'll be back again, but I don't think we'll hear any more. But probably tomorrow we'll hear more about Jakub, our new signing from Spezia. But for now, it's time to welcome our new number 19. Welcome to Arsenal, Leandro Trossard.